My name is Joy Moss, and I'll be commissioned at this annual conference this year as a provisional deacon. When I was asked to reflect on this question, I would like to ask those who are retiring from ministry, how do you keep the main thing the main thing? I would love to know from those who have been on this journey farther along on this path than myself, what tools they use to help themselves stay close to God and keep everything in perspective.
Do I have something to say to these young men and women coming into the ministry? Yes, I do. Something very important and something very profound, and those words are run. Run as fast and as far as you can. Any one of us who is worth our salt will have run far enough to be able to discern that calling from God upon our lives is real and compelling, and that we can do nothing less than answer that call.
Hi, I'm Will Posey. I'm being commissioned as a provisional elder, and I'm being sent to serve as the associate pastor of Hickory First United Methodist Church. What I'm wondering is, what are some of the best practices that you've had that have sustained you in ministry for all of these years?
When I started ministry back in the mid-70s, I sure wish I had known a lot of things. I wish I had known to maintain a non-anxious presence in most, if not all, situations in the local church. I picked up a book at the Lombard Mennonite Peace Center outside of Chicago, and the title of the book, put out by the Alban Institute, is Never Call Them Jerks. And the book was strongly encouraging us to refrain from labeling those people in our congregation who drive us crazy, our thorns in the flesh. It reminds us, of course, that we need to remember that we are also their pastor, and that we are called to minister to them despite the conflict, and that also that we can sometimes be jerks in our reaction or in our actions, for sure.
You're called not for privilege, but for responsibility and sacrifice. We were created in the image of God. We are to grow in the likeness of Christ. My dad had a practice he followed all the way through his ministry, and he shared it with me as I was being appointed to my first charge as a student. He said, "Steve, live your life with integrity. Go wherever you are appointed and love the people just like Jesus would, even if they don't love you."
The other thing I'd like to share is from a sermon that I read. It was a sermon entitled 8 Words That Can Save Your Life. And those 8 words are: show up, be present, be yourself, and let go. To let God lead you, guide you, and give you strength through every situation.
Old friend of mine, Ralph Eanes, used to say, "I've never been appointed to a place where Jesus wasn't already there when I got there." And Jesus is waiting for you as well.
So I pray God's blessings upon you, and will keep you in my prayers, of course, as you begin or start a new chapter perhaps in your ministry, as we start new chapters in ours.
Welcome to the conference. Grace and peace, my friends, and may you have many, many, many years of learning and loving and serving in your journey with Jesus.